All right, Icon Collective, please welcome Son Holo.
Hey, thank you all for being here. I am Son. You might know me as Son Holo. This song is called Don't Look Down with Lizzy Land. This is one of the first sounds in the song. I don't know if you hear it, but it's right at the one. It's like a big guitar. And like, ding. And that was literally this guitar doing. So we were just collecting all these sounds that were inspiring to us. And then years went by without anything happening to it because I was finding the right vocals and the right melody for it. Because making the song is one part of being a music producer. Having the feeling to be right is one of the hardest things. And this is where I spend most of my time on, like getting the feeling of the song right. Let me talk about some of the sounds. As you can see, there's a bunch of sounds. Combine that with the kick. And as you might be able to see, there's a lot of latency in my project. And I've gotten used to it. It's because I master everything in the same project. I don't put any mastering on my master channel. I put it on a big group. So there's groups in groups in groups. I have one group that is kind of like the rest, and then there's a group of the snare and a group of the kick. And that all goes into a group of everything. So what's going on here is the kick and the snare sidechain this group here. Let's call it everything. So in this group, if I mute this group, you just hear this. And there's some drums in here because it was a percussion stem, but normally you won't hear any drums in here. It's just the sounds. And as you can see, they're being sidechained. Now with the snare. And if I exaggerate that, it would be like this. But we don't want that. So all these separate groups, I group them into a master group. And this is where the mastering takes place. And the great thing about this is that with not having anything on your master, you can drag in other masters and A/B really quick. I bet there's also plugins for this, but this is the free option. And I'm Dutch, and we like free stuff, and we like saving money. That's just, I guess, part of our culture. So that's the groups and groups. Groups and groups and groups, and it really doesn't look nice, and it's terrible, and it looks awful, and I have no overview, but it sounds good to me. So 808s, I guess there's a lot of questions about 808s. I sidechain the 808s to the kick. This is my clean 808 with just a little bit of a bump. And this is I called this the Wow 808, I think. And the layer on that sounds like this. So as you probably know, it's really good to listen on small speakers because without this layer, you couldn't really hear the 808 on cell phones, and you gotta hear the 808 on cell phones. It's really important. Let's talk about the vocals now, because that's such an underrated part. I think finding the right vocalist for a track and finding the right words and the melody is so important. It's really it makes the track. You can have all the greatest 808s and synths, but if the vocals don't match the feeling of the song, it's not good. Stars will shine on after they burn out. When all of your doubts turn skies into clouds again. Don't look down. So as you can hear, this vocalist, Lizzy Land, is absolutely incredible. I'll take the autotune off right now so you can hear the difference, but it's stunning. Even without autotune, it's really good. Don't look down. A little bit low. Stars will shine on after they burn out. When all of your doubts turn skies into clouds again. Don't look down. Absolutely amazing vocalist. I made this song, I recorded these vocals before I knew Ableton could do comping. You know the new comping feature in Ableton? Saved my life. But this was before, so I would just record all kinds of vocal takes underneath each other and then find the right parts. I spend a lot of time on vocals. They have to feel so personal. And I even go as far as cutting out all the little mouth clicks and stuff that I don't like. Some mouth clicks are really nice. I don't know. It's a feeling thing. I love RX, which takes out the clicks. I can do output clicks only. I hear this in my nightmares. Let me show you the second verse. So let's say we call this the hook, okay, the hook of the song. Oftentimes I just have one hook in my songs, just like light, even if it makes me blind, I just want to see the light. Wow, I said that really fast. Even if it makes me blind, I just want to see the light. Breathe in, leave it all behind, I just want to see the light. That's the whole song. And even though this song has a little bit more lyrics, which I'll get into later, this is kind of the same kind of formula. But in the second hook, I like to make little changes, like do harmonies or something. All of your doubts turn skies into clouds again. Don't look down. Let's add a harmony there. So I recorded this with Lizzy, the vocalist, in the studio. We booked this stuff takes time. I did 4 sessions with Lizzy to get this song where it should be. And it was only the last session where we realized, wait, we need harmonies here because it doesn't feel finished. All of your doubts turn skies into clouds again. Don't look down. We even added a little bit of my vocals in there. Don't look down. That's just only the sound of the vocals. Let's talk about the lyrics of the vocals, and this is where I get into the feeling part of the song. If you listen to just the instrumental of this song, to me, it already felt like something universal, something we all go through in life. This song could be I could have written this song about losing my shoe at the airport or whatever, but I decided to write it about. It actually happens. I lost my shoe at the airport because the TSA messed it up. But that didn't feel like a good subject. That's of course a little bit of a funny joke, but you ever write lyrics to a song and you're like, no, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit the feeling of the song. And I've had a couple of tracks where I didn't realize this, and I was writing the lyrics just purely focusing on rhyming and melodies, but then the actual energy and the meaning behind the words and the lyrics didn't fit the song. And that's when you spend like hours on the song, and it doesn't feel done. It doesn't feel right. And I realized when that happens, that's because the feeling isn't right to you, to what you feel. It's like we could never really explain why a song is finished. It's not like, oh yeah, this just needs a trap hi-hat and then it's completely done because we checked all the boxes. No, it's always a feeling of, you feel a sort of peace. This is sort of done. Of course, a song is never fully done, but at some point you reach a threshold and you're like, okay, this connects to the feeling that I feel, or this connects to the feeling that of what I thought when I started this it should have become. This might not be what you expected from a production workshop, but I feel like this feeling element is really 50% of making music, especially these days where everything is so production focused. The feeling is what keeps people listening to your stuff because they've connected to it deeply.